I'm Morgan Feldman, Customer Success Manager with T1V, and today I will be showing you some basics of ThinkHub, including how to create content on ThinkHub, send content from your computer to ThinkHub, and then annotate and move around and organize that content. So to start, we're going to start a ThinkHub session by pressing the Start button here. This brings us to our ThinkHub workspace. Here we have the menu that's automatically popped up. You can pop it up again when it will start to fade by pressing the menu button there. And this background here we call the ThinkHub canvas. So this is your workspace. Any content you put up here, once you fill it up, you can move it around and navigate your workspace that way. So to start, as an example, we can pull up some of our built-in apps, which appear down here in the bottom right and left-hand corners. In some ThinkHub menus, they'll also appear in the menu. So for example, we can pull up a web browser, a note, and a sketch. Once I have these pulled up, I can move them around the canvas by simply tapping and dragging them where I want to go. I can resize them by pinching and zooming. And then with any piece of content, if I want to interact inside the content, I tap once to activate this window. When this window is active, I can tap again inside this note to get my keyboard to come up. I can type in my note here. Same as with the sketch, I tap once. Now I'm in sketch mode, so I can select my color, I can select my pen size, and I can type my sketch. There. I can take a snapshot of that with the snapshot button. It's the little camera icon. I can make any piece of content full screen with the little full screen icon. I tap once to get out of full screen, tap again on that icon to make it back to size. Now when I'm in this mode and I'm interacting with any piece of content, I can actually zoom in and out inside of the content when the hand tool is selected. So I'm drawing if the art tool is selected here, and I'm moving inside this window when the hand tool is selected. Again, the difference between this and when it's not in an active state, when the border's not around it, is if I pinch and zoom here, I'm changing the size relative to the ThinkHub canvas, whereas if I pinch and zoom in here, then I'm changing the size relative to that particular window. So those are the basics of the built-in apps on ThinkHub. If you want to send content from your own computer, you can do the exact same thing. You can send web URLs, notes, or sketches from your laptop or phone. You can also do this with PDFs or any saved image or movie file on your laptop. So to send content from your personal device, a laptop or a phone, you can do so, or tablet, you can do so using the AirConnect app. And that's available at t1v.com/airconnect. Once you download the app, it'll tell you to enter the AirConnect key, which is this 8-letter key up there. Once you do that, you enter the password. That's that 4-digit number, which I'll enter in now. It's 2916 this time. And then you press connect. Once you've connected, you'll have a screen that looks like this. Here it'll allow you to cast your screen, access ThinkHub, or on the bottom you'll see these buttons that say send note, send URL, or send file. If I click on one of those, like if I click on the send note right now, I can just type in my note from here, and I can press send note, and that note will appear right here on ThinkHub. So it's the same as if you're using the built-in app. It's just a quick way to do it if you are remote or you're sitting and you don't want to walk up to the screen. Similarly, if I want to send a file, I can use the send a file option to send a file from ThinkHub to the screen. So for example, I can send this T1V overview document, and I just press send file, and you'll notice it's appearing right there. The file is being sent to the ThinkHub screen. Again, depending on the size of the file and your internet connection, that will depend on how long it takes. But once it's up there, you have the same control over the file as you do any of the built-in apps. So you'll notice we'll have all the same tool sets built into ThinkHub. So if I make this overview bigger, if I pinch and zoom, same as before, and again I can navigate around the canvas to get some more room up here. Now this is a PDF. You'll notice these little images here. If I tap once, again, I'm now interacting inside of this, and so I can control here to change the page number. If I want to annotate, I have my same tool set, so I can annotate here, and the annotation will stay on that page. So there's no need to take a snapshot of this if you just want to keep that on the page. You can go through there. And if we go back to that page, you'll notice that annotation will stay there. Now, if you want to get any of this content off of ThinkHub and save it onto your own personal computer, there are two ways to do that. If you have an email option configured, if this email button appears here, you can email this to yourself or anyone else directly from ThinkHub. If that's not an option, or if you already have your laptop out and you're already connected through AirConnect, you can also download through AirConnect using the Access ThinkHub, and then just right-click on whatever content you want to download, and you'll see a Save as PDF option will appear. Now, if you want to continue to work on ThinkHub and you want a quick way to organize your content, we have a few different ways to do that. One of them from the ThinkHub menu is to simply align your apps. So you can do so by going to Canvas Tools, Align Apps, and then you can choose to align everything that's in view or everything on the entire canvas. So remember, we put some content up there before we scrolled down here. So if I only do what's in view, then it's going to pull only this and then the two pieces that are partially in view into a nice organized way for me to look. If I want to do the entire canvas, it's going to pull in any content that we've added that might have gotten pushed off of the visual screen. So once we've done that, another thing that we can do is we can use this group feature. So you can add a group to ThinkHub, and you can add as many groups as you want. And once you've added a group, you can add as many pieces of content to that group as you want. So if I decide I want to add this, when that blue border appears and it says add to group, I just simply drop it and it's added to that group. To remove it, I go until it's red like that, and now it's no longer in that group. When content is in a group, we'll just throw a few pieces in there. We'll put this other note in there as well. When contents are in a group, you'll notice that I can now move these content around and it's all going to stay together. In addition to that, I have some features in the advanced menu that might be helpful. So if I wanted to change the theme of all the notes in the group, I can do something simple like this, like change the background color to purple. And then if I add a new note to the group, I'll just create a note here and I'll add that to the group. It's going to take on that same attributes. So again, that's a quick way to organize your content, move your content around, create content on ThinkHub. So that was a brief overview of how you can create and manipulate content within ThinkHub. For more information, feel free to check out our website, T1V.com.